This here is the HMS Classic Screwgate Karabiner. Okay, very versatile crab, and if you're only going to take one with you in your river rescue kit, then definitely take this one here. It can do lots of jobs. It's bigger and a little bit wider than your normal crab, which is useful should you need to clip onto lots of ropes or onto your anchor points on the decks of your kayaks. Okay, this particular one here, as you can see, has got a snag-free clean hook on the gate, so it makes it a bit cleaner. If you need to do things in water, which can always be complicated, then you want to take your rope off there, just open the gate and it will just flow off without getting snagged. Quite useful. And it's got a nice simple screw gate on there. Okay, and this one is aluminium and anodized, of course. So this one is primarily designed to work with an Italian hitch or a Muenter hitch, which is a type of rope knot applied to the top wide bar, okay, to assist in lowering or hauling or indeed abseiling with lines. Okay, compared with your standard Screwgate Karabiner, this one is a D shape, whereas this is a pear shaped. Big difference. So your HMS is the one with the symmetrical pear shaped, and it's much wider at the top, and it has a much thicker bar, top bar, okay, than the D. If you put lots of ropes in here, then they all migrate to this top corner and get snagged, whereas this has got a nice curve on the top, giving lots of space for multiple anchor points and for your Italian hitch to flow nice and easily. What is an Italian hitch? Well, here we have one HMS anchored with a piece of webbing, and I'll just show you Italian hitch. Really easy to do. There you go, and I'll just do the screw gate up, and now you have one Italian hitch designed to allow a braking friction on the bar but allow the rope to flow over, so I can now control a descent, lower my kayak down, and that kind of thing. Okay. Equally, if I wanted to now haul and do the reverse, then I can just let the knot roll over that bar. Okay, and now it will work in the opposite direction. Okay, great application there, and it's unique to the HMS Karabiner. So this bar here is nice and wide, allowing multiple anchor points to connect and union together on this connector, and you can use various knots because there's lots of space. So you could, for example, use clove hitches. Again, a nice, easy, simple knot. The advantage of the clove hitch is that you can adjust the length and get the right tension on your line once you put it onto the carabiner. And it's a very quick and easy knot. Okay, you can do it in literally a couple of seconds. So I've got now two on there, do the gates up. I can adjust the length of the lines, and for example those might be coming from different angles, so you've now joined together two anchors onto one connector. The disadvantage is if you put a lot of load onto these lines now, then you'll find that that clove hitch knot is quite difficult to undo. The other knot, definitely worth learning, is this one here, which is the figure of 8 on a bite. So it's a loop with a figure of 8 knot. Okay, this one's certainly for connecting end of lines to carabiners and loading the line. This is the knot to use, very reliable, and you can undo it after it's been loaded, okay, even if it goes really tight. Okay, so I've done one here. Again, on your HMS Karabiner, I can put 2, 3, 4 connections of ropes, different ropes, onto this bar if I've got multiple anchor points. Okay, so I've just done one here. I'll do another figure of 8 just to show how quickly it is. Okay, so loop over, around, and basically you're generating a figure of 8 shape. Okay, and dress it. In it goes like so. Quite short loop, but make sure you've got a bit of a tail at the end. Okay, dress the knot so it's nice and clean. Do the screw gate up, and so there you go. See, now I've generated 2 figure of 8 on a bite connected to this HMS. I could put more if I wanted to. If you have a scenario where you need to rig up a mechanical advantage system to pull off a pinned boat, for example, or tension a rope across a river, then the HMS will help you, most definitely. If, for example, you're just going to do a simple Z-drag 3-to-1 system, then your line from the pinned boat might come back to this anchor, for example, and you might then just thread the line through the rope, okay, and then back down the line to your next point to generate your 3-to-1. Okay, so the line then will be running, okay, over this carabiner, and if I pull this over here, I can feel that it actually runs quite smoothly without too much friction. Okay, it's not as good as a pulley, but it's certainly better than a smaller standard D carabiner where it would run in the corner of the D and have more friction. Okay, so that's not bad at all as a compromise. Okay, obviously you're better off having a pulley. So you have a simple lightweight pulley from Petzl. Put that pulley over there, clip that into the carabiner. Okay, do the screw gate up. And of course that's even got less friction. Okay, so you've got a better mechanical advantage. With the HMS, of course, if I wanted to make a more complicated mechanical advantage, increase the ratio, then there's obviously more space for me to put another pulley onto there as well, given that the anchor behind me is strong enough. Okay, and then I can obviously put another rope in and increase the mechanical advantage. Points to look out for on an HMS Karabiner is it must be pear-shaped and symmetrical as opposed to a D shape. Okay, it's going to be wider, and make sure that the bar is nice and smooth and relatively thick compared with other carabiners. Okay, so that is its unique element. Okay, equally I would say go for one which is snag free on the gate. This one's a key lock, as you can see it looks like a keyhole there, and just go for a standard simple screw gate rather than the automatic screw gate things, because they're a bit complicated. In water there's grit and all sorts of dirt around, so just keep it nice and simple. This one is obviously CE marked and rated. Generally they're about 22 kilonewtons load rating when the gate is screwed up and closed. Okay, and that's about it really. Thanks for watching.